What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Etheria Rister video. So today we have Viper. So Viper is an SR unit. You can actually awaken him very early on because you can just grind out the hyper season, and if you grind out the hyper season, you will see that you get a bunch of this stuff in the rewards right here, and that's how I got him early. You can see I have some left over too. But yeah, the biggest deal about this guy is by far his passive, which just lets him reduce critical damage by 50%. It's very crazy. I've had him, tank some Lilium hits, reducing the, 70,000 damage to like a 37k, which is crazy. But then another thing that I really like about him is the silence. So you can see the S3 has a 100% chance to dispel 2 buffs, and then an 80% chance to apply attack down, speed down, and 1 turn silence. And then also his skill 1 has a chance to apply the silence. That is a 45% chance. So how did I build my Viper? I don't think this is the best build, but I just used the Lighthouse here pretty much for the Matrix, because I really want Bramble, Bloodbath, and Colossus Guard. So the reason why I want this, he pairs up really great with Bramble, with his counter attack rate, and then Bloodbath, I just want him to stay alive as long as possible so that the passive is there. And then Colossus Guard is just really nice because, as you can see, Bramble gives me defense, Bloodbath gives me effect res, and then this gives me defense and effect res. So I can kind of like make him tanky in terms of effect res as well, not just defense and then the Bloodbath. But if I had, an Amber, I would definitely run him on Amber on this set. So if we go to Amber right here, I'd get a Bramble, Bloodbath, and then Colossus Guard. That's what I would do. The same set, but just on Amber. So it's definitely a lot better because the Lighthouse isn't really going to trigger with, the Bloodbath there. Now, some other people have actually some of their Vipers in this Golden Lion, if you want some DPS. However, I just want mine to be more effect accuracy. But some people run Onslaught, Bramble, and then Fury Edge, which that is going to give you more damage for sure. But I don't really like using him as a damage dealer. I tried him like a Doom Crow, I think I had, with like some Bramble. I think it was this one. It's like some Bramble Bloodbath, and I wasn't really a big fan of like him being a DPS. So I just want him to stay alive as long as possible for his passive to work, and then just put a lot of effect accuracy. I have 2 pieces here for effect accuracy, so I can actually silence a bunch on my basic as well when he counter attacks. All right, so time to show you some matches here. So you can see the pre-bans. Assault, I like banning her a lot in the hyper season because a lot of people are going for turn 2, and she's great for that. And then of course Sylvia, she's very annoying if you have Viper because you just remove all the silence and all that stuff. Now as you can see, my first pick is Sharon because I really like picking Sharon because she's good against Viper. So I don't want the opponent to have a way to just melt him and ignore his passive with the crit hits. But you can see we actually have Valerian in this team as well, so he is gonna deal no damage. However, he's got two character shaders that actually deal some HP damage, so you will see my health drop a little bit. And then Orius is kind of nice for Viper too, because you can have more Bramble with a counter attack rate. Let's speed this up a little bit. So he goes for the 3 here, and you can see just destroys the health from Tiamat. But now with our Valerian, we're just gonna equalize our HP, and I think she's gonna turn to a dragon. You see tons of silence on everybody. Really good counter to Fia, because if she can't press S3, well, she can't cleanse. And you can see Tiamat is already a dragon, dealing tons of damage, and you can see Fia now cannot use the 3. She's silenced. And then we got a Bramble. Raymary just doesn't even move my HP. Another Bramble. I don't know why this guy kept attacking my Tiamat. Another 3 from Raymary. Basically no damage. Our health is not moving at all. And then Raymary is gonna go for another 3. And we don't even lose any HP. Tiamat is just out here doing so much damage because she's always just full HP. So yeah, Raymary really isn't doing Raymary things when you got these 2 together. Now here, pretty much the same thing. Our Sharon got banned, but we have Senyu. This is probably my favorite match, and you will see towards the end why. So I wanted to see if Sanyu, who is like the squishiest character alive, if I can make her survive with just Tiamat, the damage share, and then the 50% reduction of the crits with Viper. We don't have Valerian here, so we're not as tanky. So he goes for the 3 here, we are immune. And I think I'm gonna switch my exaltation to Fia very soon, because I think she's gonna get a lot of stacks and I unfortunately won't have a silence. I use the 3 here. Very nice, we have the silence now. Put the shields up. Go after Pia. And then, look at that. Raimeri goes for the 3. Didn't lose much HP. My Senyu is definitely losing a lot of HP because she's very squishy. But let's see if she can survive, man. she's getting attacked all the time from that Zhuan. And the good thing about my Senyu is she's on Gladiator. So the lower the HP, the tankier, and the more damage we deal. You will see our basic here is going to deal a ton of damage. Yeah. Even though she was on Bloodbath. And then we go for the 2, apply some debuffs. I want to proc the Fia. And he keeps attacking my Senyu. He's not doing any damage. That was 1,000 with the crit. We don't even have any defense down on Zhuan, and she just can't do any damage to us. It's like if she doesn't crit, she does no damage, but even if she crits against Viper, it just does no damage. And look at my Senyu here. She is so low. Oh my god, that was really crazy. Let me just show you again here. Alright, so take a look at this. My Senyu is super low. Let me speed this up a little bit more. And now take a look at this. My Tiamat is gonna basic the Raimeri. And then look at this. She's gonna go for the 2 here, I believe. And look at this. My Senyu somehow survives with just enough HP so that my Gladiator is maxed out, and then I have the Revelation and deal just ridiculous damage. Just wipe out everybody. Dude, like, we are so tanky with this team. So yeah, you're literally immortal with this team. Now you can see pretty much the same thing, but here we actually do have Valerian. I wanted to go for Senyu, but unfortunately he banned the Senyu. But we do have Sharon here. Sharon is ridiculous as well. Because if you can't kill Sharon, you know what's gonna happen eventually. So he's gonna go for the double 3 here, I believe. Because I had some Mood Bunnies. My Tiamat procs, and then also my Viper procs. My Tiamat also procced again. She almost killed Pia. Like you see, we silence immediately. However, yeah, this is a bit annoying because she keeps cleansing, but then the counterattack destroys Pia. We take an S3 from Raimeri, basically no damage. And I want you to pay attention to my Sharon here. She has been targeted by Lowen at the beginning, and she will not die. She will not die. She's being targeted from pretty much everybody here. Even Raimeri is gonna attack her, and she's just not dying. Like, you are literally immortal with those 3. And all we need to do is just wait until we get some turns, and then yeah, my Tiamat is just eventually gonna just destroy them. Look at that. No damage. No damage. We don't have any healer in the squad. The 3 from Raimeri. Okay, my health didn't even move. She's gonna counterattack me. Okay, sure. And she's not even on a bloodbath. It's crazy. And they are all silenced. We get her into Amber. And Raimeri into Amber. And then as soon as Remy comes out of Amber, she's gonna have double 3. And just look, I have such little HP. I will not die. And look at this, we don't even have a Valerian here. So look, she's not on the bubble. And now she's gonna go for that double S3. Look at the damage she's gonna do. 4,000. Dude, 4,000. I'm on Gladiator though too. And then 5,000. It was enough. It just wasn't enough to kill. And then he basically just gives up. He just can't kill. Even with exaltation, like, it's just impossible. So yeah, another good thing that you can do with Viper is you can have this. If I go to, where is it? Tactical imprint. So you can have, if you've built up Sentinel, I haven't, but if you have Sentinel and then you just max it out, you can reduce crit damage by 20%, bro. And then with Viper plus 50, that's 70% less damage from crits. So like, you are not gonna take any damage. Now all my units pretty much are like Gladiator, and that's why, you know, my Senyu kind of like popped off at the end. She had so much increased damage, and then she was basically taking no damage thanks to Viper. But yeah, man, Viper is definitely someone you should consider, you know, gearing, because he's annoying. He's very annoying. I really like him for his silence and his passive. I personally just don't like him being a damage dealer, and once I get a good, you know, once I can get a good Amber and have the same set, I'll just put him on Amber, because he's going to be alive for much longer. But I just really want these matrices so that I can kind of make him a little tanky with effect res as well. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know how you built Viper and with what teams are you using him, and if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.